This is Nightline.
Tonight, an explosive week for the Karen Reed retrial. Jurors taking a field trip to the crime scene. Reed arrested here for the alleged murder of her Boston police officer boyfriend, which she denies is seen on this video obtained by Max.
I don't even have underwear. Can I put pants on?
Inside the text messages, shedding light on what prosecutors describe as a volatile relationship.
You've really hurt me this time.
Plus, a juror from the first trial tells us why they didn't convict. Plus,
Michelle to the left.
Michelle Williams, the former Destiny's Child star, with hits like Survivor, bringing the beloved film Death Becomes Her.
We are creatures of the spring, you and I.
To the Great White Way. Beyonce and Kelly there to support her. How she says the show put her relationship with one of them on the line.
My relationship with her was threatened if I did not do Death Becomes Her. She loves the movie.
And the Time 100 Gala, from Simone Biles to Demi Moore, Blake Lively, and our own David Muir. The magazine's 100 most influential people turn out in grand style.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Thanks for joining us. Tonight, a dramatic first week in the murder retrial of Karen Reed that's gripped the country, capped by the jury's field trip to the crime scene today. Reed has maintained her innocence, denying that she had anything to do with the death of her boyfriend, a Boston police officer. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
I'll never see him again. Tears. Text messages.
All right, this is from Karen Reed to John O'Keefe. You've really hurt me this time.
And a field trip to a crime scene. All that capping off an explosive first week of testimony in Karen Reed's murder retrial.
I'll see you at sidebar. Come up here.
The 45-year-old accused of hitting her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, with her SUV and leaving him to die in the snow. Her first trial ending in a hung jury.
This case has a little bit of everything and a lot of mystery. It's not just clear exactly what happened, how it happened, and that makes the case intriguing.
Reed is facing charges which include second-degree murder and manslaughter. She has pleaded not guilty. And the jury today taking a trip to where O'Keefe was found in a pile of snow in 2022. The Lexus prosecutors say Reed killed her boyfriend with. They're at the scene too.
Jurors always want to go visit the crime scene since it's particularly relevant because it's important to get a sense of how close the house is to where his body was found. How long a walk would it have been? Where was her car when she says she dropped him off?
Throughout the week, several key witnesses taking the stand, from first responders.
We were dispatched to an unresponsive male in a snowbank.
To friends of John O'Keefe.
I mean, they argued and bickered.
Good afternoon, Mrs. O'Keefe.
Some of the most emotional testimony yet coming from O'Keefe's mother, Peggy, who recounted the horror of losing her 46-year-old son.
He's bruised up. His eyes were closed. It's just not a good scene.
Peggy describing her interactions with Reed the day her son was declared dead.
When the defendant and her father came into your home, did you personally interact with the defendant?
No.
Was there any hugs, condolences?
No.
Outside the courthouse, the case dividing a community.
Free Karen Reed! Free Karen Reed! Free Karen Reed!
Hordes of protesters gathering as the retrial began.
You ready for the second round, Karen?
John was one of my neighbors. I want justice for John.
I'm down here because I believe in Karen's innocence.
For 3 years, the saga has been an obsession for true crime fans everywhere, sending many on social media into a frenzy.
There's way too many coincidences in this investigation to find guilt.
Questioning if Reed is truly innocent or has just evaded justice.
This case is divisive in the sense that it's either a murder or a police cover-up.
During fiery opening arguments, defense attorney Alan Jackson and prosecutor Hank Brennan laying out vastly different accounts of what they say took place the night of John O'Keefe's death.
She clipped John O'Keefe. He fell backwards, hit his head, broke his skull.
There was no collision. She's the victim of a botched and biased and corrupted investigation that was never about the truth, folks. It was about preserving loyalty. You'll find that this case is the very definition of reasonable doubt.
It all started on a Friday night in January 2022. A blizzard was coming, and Reed and John O'Keefe were drinking with their friends at a local bar. Later that night, Reed says she last saw O'Keefe after dropping him off at a gathering at a fellow Boston police officer's home. She says she awoke in the middle of the night, and he wasn't home.
I called a few of his buddies, their wives.
I spoke to Reed in 2023. She said she'd called around, but no one had seen O'Keefe. So she went looking for him.
Now I have an immense sense of dread, like a fright in me that I have not experienced before.
Reed meets up with some of O'Keefe's friends, and they all return to the house where the late night gathering had been. And then she spots him in the snow.
His eyes were shut, and he had spots of blood in different areas on his face, and he was still. Not stiff, but still.
John O'Keefe is soon declared dead. But the investigation is about to explode. Investigators finding pieces of a taillight that they say are from Reed's car at the crime scene, alleging they broke off after she hit him with her car.
I was talking to my best friend on the phone, and I said, there's a lot of cops circling. And I said, I think I'm gonna get arrested.
Karen Reed is arrested, then arrested again, as seen in this body camera video obtained and streamed by Max.
That's correct. Vehicular homicide and leaving the scene caused death and bodily injury.
I don't even have underwear. Can I put pants on?
Reed was ultimately charged with second-degree murder, manslaughter, and leaving the scene, and pleaded not guilty.
Would you say that you were angry with John that night?
Yes.
Could you have been angry enough and slightly drunk because he had annoyed you that in the fit of rage you just backed up and
Never.
tried to tap him?
I would never.
Not to try to kill him, but try to
tap him with my 6,000-pound full-size SUV. To hit John's body with my car, no.
In the months leading up to the first trial, Reed's defense team arguing a stunning new theory that the injuries on O'Keefe's body were not consistent with him being hit by a car. They claimed she was framed.
There are people in that house that are actually responsible for his death and who murdered him.
The prosecution insisting that no one at that party had anything to do with O'Keefe's death, and they denied that Reed was being framed. The homeowner even testified in the trial, contradicting Reed's account.
And at no point in time over the course of that evening or the early morning there did John O'Keefe or Karen Reed physically come into your house.
John O'Keefe and Karen Reed never entered my house.
After weeks of testimony and 5 days of deliberations, the jury was deadlocked.
I'm declaring a mistrial in this case.
Ronnie Stanislaw was one of the 12 jurors in that first trial.
Our understanding as a group was it has to be unanimous on all 3 counts.
According to some of the jurors, it seemed like they were unclear as to how to fill out a verdict sheet. They were unclear to the fact that they could be unanimous, whether it be guilty or not guilty, on some charges, but also hung or divided on others.
Was there one piece of evidence that you thought was the most important?
It's the damage to the vehicle and the injuries that were sustained by John O'Keefe. To me, it was not consistent with the damage to the vehicle. In my experience, and what I've seen before as a medical provider.
Stanislaw was a trained paramedic in Boston. In the retrial, prosecutors over the past week have painted Reed and O'Keefe's relationship as fraught and tense, reading text message after text message exchanged between the two the day before he died.
From the defendant to John O'Keefe, tell me if you're interested in someone else. Can't think of any other reason you've been like this. From John O'Keefe to the defendant, nope. Things haven't been great between us for a while. Ever consider that?
Prosecutors are trying to show that their relationship was spiraling, and that this became almost the culmination of that.
If convicted, Reed could face life behind bars. The trial is expected to last several more weeks.
Our thanks to Matt. For much more on this story, watch Impact by Nightline, Secrets in the Snow, the murder retrial of Karen Reed, now streaming on Hulu. When we come back, she was part of the powerhouse group Destiny's Child, famous for hits like Lose My Breath. Now Michelle Williams is back on stage, the surprising way her former bandmates rallied around her return to the Great White Way. Welcome back. Michelle Williams is no stranger to adoring audiences. She rocketed to stardom as part of Destiny's Child, packing arenas full of fans. But she says her star turn in Death Becomes Her on Broadway makes her as grateful to the audience as they are for her. Here's ABC's Deborah Roberts.
A little touch of magic in a world obsessed with science.
When I look at this theater bathed in purple, what is that like for you when you walk in?
I think it's absolutely amazing. I feel
For
like
your
I'm
character?
coming home every show.
You feel comfortable when you come in here now.
Here, yeah.
From strutting alongside Beyonce and Kelly Rowland in Lose My Breath, to giving the old razzle-dazzle as Roxy in Chicago,
From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be singing!
Roxy!
Yes!
Michelle Williams, the multi-Grammy Award winner, back on stage, this time as Viola Van Horn in the Broadway adaptation of the cult classic Death Becomes Her.
You brought this on yourself.
The slinky potion mistress granting eternal youth.
Drink that potion, and you'll never grow even one day older.
First played on screen by Isabella Rossellini.
We are creatures of the spring, you and I.
Were you a fan of the film?
Absolutely. Megan Hilty.
Everything I do.
She had the thought this could be a great Broadway show. She just has an amazing, brilliant mind. And we are here doing this every night.
How would you describe Viola?
She loves fashion, but she does not like to be rejected. And that's Tanitra Michelle Williams. I don't like rejection, and I don't like when I don't feel like I am in some type of control.
So you relate to the character
I
a little
relate,
bit.
and so every night it's surrender, it's live theater, anything can happen.
You come up and everybody just goes wild.
Seriously, the screams are for the show and their excitement that, oh, it's finally started. Oh my gosh, it's here on Broadway.
No, some of those screams are for you.
Yeah, that's great and all, but I'm giving that energy of gratitude back. Like, y'all don't have to be here tonight. I'm glad y'all are screaming.
No stranger to the screams, Michelle traveled the world as part of the platinum-selling girl group Destiny's Child, reuniting the trio in 2014 with her gospel track, Say Yes.
Nobody can say no when Jesus says yes. Nobody can say no.
At Coachella for Beyonce's homecoming. How much has performing on stage, say as Destiny's Child, how has that informed your performance on Broadway?
Stamina. Being a performer in Destiny's Child prepared me for the stamina that it takes to do a Broadway show as well.
Kelly had an influence on you in this role. You went to her for advice.
Kelly Rowland, I think my relationship with her was threatened if I did not do Death Becomes Her. She loves the movie, and she's like, you better do this, Deborah.
Did she and Beyonce came to see you?
They came to see the show. They were sitting right out there.
So you all still support each other. I remember, of course, years ago interviewing you and the girls, Beyonce and Kelly. Were you scared at all coming into the group? Were you nervous?
You know, very nervous. To the world, they were already established. So I was like, am I gonna fit in? The first time you interviewed me, I was nervous. I was green. I was like, what am I doing? And then 2021, you interviewed me for my book.
Were you really at the point of having suicidal thoughts?
Deborah, I was not only at the point of having suicidal thoughts, there was an attempt.
You've been so outspoken, though, about dealing with mental health struggles. Why do you think it's been important for you to talk about it publicly, particularly in the Black community?
I have no idea why I talked about it. I was promoting another Broadway show, Fella, and I just said, hey, I'm dealing with depression.
It sort of blew up.
And I was like, what did I do? But ever since then, men would come up to me thanking me for talking about it because it gave them language and it gave some courage. Men don't talk about lots of things. They don't know how to. So that's what kept me talking about it.
How are you doing now?
Girl, this is genuine joy. I get to do what I love, even with when my body gets tired. I don't go into depression. I go into, oh, you did 8 shows this week. Ah. So I feel like this is well-deserved with doing the work.
For those who'll pay the price, what would you sacrifice for fame?
Your character has an iconic line that comes from the film.
Which one?
Now a warning. Now a warning?
Now a warning.
And they just go nuts. What is it about that?
Because she drinks the potion like she should have been asking, hey, what are the side effects of this? What is this? But sometimes when you're desperate, you don't ask those questions. You just do whatever it takes to get the results you want.
You know, it's interesting. This show is out and it's hot around the same time as the movie The Substance.
Yes, hi. There's been a slight misuse of the substance.
What does Death Becomes Her say to women who are a little bit older about aging? Do you think it might contribute to the conversation about whether we're being too hard on ourselves?
Now, I like where you're going. Whether we are being too hard on ourselves, but at the same time, if my skin is feeling drier and not as plump as I wanted to, there are serums for it. Because we have to also consider the natural effects of aging. There are things that we have to do. Now, come on, Deb, we on TV, girl. We
gotta hold it together.
We have to have our facials.
But would you go see a Viola?
Because I'm nosy, yes.
I have a secret she would die for.
Our thanks to Deborah. When we come back, artists, icons, titans, and more. Who's made Time's most influential list this year? And finally tonight, the Time 100 Gala. It was a star-studded night in New York City with some of the world's biggest celebrities like Demi Moore, Blake Lively, Simone Biles. A celebration for making the most influential list, as well as ABC's own David Muir, who reflected on his big break at 13 when he talked his way into a local TV station, offering this advice.
I would say to that 13-year-old boy and to any young boy or young girl to just really, to dream it.
Yeah.
And to manifest it for yourself.
Words of wisdom. Congrats to David and all the honorees. That's all for tonight. Coming up very soon, David and the ABC News team in Rome will bring you Pope Francis's funeral beginning at 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And that's Nightline. You can watch all of our full episodes on Hulu. We'll see you right back here Monday. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.